Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Everyday Upland. Today we're here to talk about the city opening, London City, London, England, and Birmingham. I can never pronounce this properly, Birmingham or Birmingham in London. But I'm going to start off with London real quick. London was super duper expensive. It was so expensive. I went in with approximately like like what 150,000 UPIX, and I made a mistake of buying like another 200 more, 250 UPIX. It was a mistake I did. I wasn't at home. Surprisingly, I wasn't at home this time, which I wasn't at work that day, but I wasn't at home. I had to go fix my car, but I ended up in a place that had best the best Wi-Fi. I had no issues at all getting on. And once the city was open, I was ready to go. But the only problem was London was super expensive. So I only managed to get two properties out of the whole place. Two properties, right? And then, which this is something I wish I had just done originally, but I wanted to get properties in London. And once I saw the price, I said, okay, whatever I can afford, I'm going to afford, and I'm gone. So I jumped on this train right here, and I took like an 18-minute ride, I believe. Let's find it, to Birmingham. Okay, Birmingham, or whatever, however you pronounce it, right? And I got over here. And to be honest, guys, I think whoever was over here had everything to pick from. Like literally, it was empty. Like I was coming into Birmingham, like, oh, this is available, this is available, that's available. And as I'm realizing how long that train ride was, I just slowly would see some of these things disappear. Like all of these, this museum was available, right? This museum was available, this theater was available, like everything was available. They all, this university, everything was available. Like there's nothing that it was a named property that I can say that was unavailable on my train ride. Like I was just sitting, waiting, trying to figure out where I had to be so I could capitalize on what was available. Like I bought random stuff. I bought a lot of things that were for cheap. I believe all the non FSA properties are all sold out, so only FSAs are available. And to be honest, whoever can afford to make it here and buy an FSA property, do so. There's some great ones. There's a lot of name properties that were FSAs. Maybe they've all been sold now, but when I was here at first buying, a lot of name properties were FSA. Literally, it was 70% of Birmingham that was FSA and 10% wasn't. And I can tell you this, the 10% sold out really slow. Sorry, one thing I forgot about, and I'll give a shout out to London, is because there's gonna be a node here in Knightsbridge. It's a massive part of the city. This is it right here. It's one of the bigger ones, and there's gonna be a massive node here, and this is for everyone in Upland. The last I heard, I haven't really checked recently. It's about 70,000 UPEX just to buy in, so when you're buying in, the floor is already high, and with all the big people who are in nodes, a lot of the popular YouTubers, I'm sure that are part of Upland, the popular Upland players are all going to be in this node. So anyone you can think of that you've heard of in the past or seen in interviews or whoever will be in the Knightsbridge Belgrava um, node, right? But if you can't afford anything there, come on over to Birmingham. It's a lot cheaper here. I picked up some great properties. There's some that I'm like, to be honest, after doing this mint, I can't say I felt as good as I did, and I spent way more than I wanted to. I only wanted to spend maybe 200,000 UPIX, and I spent like 350,000 UPIX, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I remember making a mistake and ordering 200,000 UPX extra. So I didn't spend 300,000. I spent like 200 and a little bit, 260 or 270,000 because I still have like 90,000 here. And another thing that really got me like super excited is when I look at my monthly income. My monthly income, or sorry, not my monthly UPX per month jumped 10K in this game just in Birmingham. Like I got like maybe what? Let's say I have 3, 6, 9, 12, at least 15 properties that I have here all over. I made sure I got multiple. This is the only part that I don't have more than three, but everywhere else I have at least 6 properties there. And I'm still kind of looking. We'll see what's it's like over here. I believe the collections reveal is coming up, and there's one property. I will not reveal it in this episode. I possibly do another episode of Everyday Upland after the collections revealed, because I believe I have gotten maybe like a curator um property. I don't know, but like a lot of the properties that I grabbed are worth a lot. So once they figure out which streets are the collections or which neighborhoods are the collections, it doesn't matter. I'm available to put I have to put enough properties in anyone, so it doesn't matter. But I believe some of the spots that I chose are going to be pretty good. Like I felt really good after this event, and there's nothing that I can say that I would do different other than the fact that maybe I I don't think I wished is that Upland had made it the train a little bit faster. That's it. Other than that, I was able to pick and choose. I bought properties all over. The prices were great. I did buy some that were 60, 70,000 here that I knew that would pay me quite a bit of UPX. And my UPX have been growing pretty quick. It's pretty impressive to actually see the difference in growth in UPX when you're at 80,000 per month to now 90,000 per month. And the good thing about this is if I can wait out another month or so, I can go say I'm in LA right now. I can go to LA and just mint some properties that I had wanted to mint in the first place. And now with me generating as much UPX as I do right now, I can mint some of these properties that are like 20, 30,000. And that's the other thing. I'm telling you, when you buy properties in London and you go anywhere else, everything else is cheap. Like you're buying the up squared on these properties are like 20, like 20, and you're paying 50,000 UPX for it. You have some that are 25 and it's 65,000, like 28 is like 70,000. Like let me show you the up squared on these 2 properties that I have, and they're tiny. Like I wonder what the homes are gonna be like in Upland for. So 42. I was lucky here. Some people were paying a lot less than I was, so I got a 42 here. And look at the monthly earnings on that, 700. And I believe this one here will at least be close to 1,000 once the collections and everything comes in. Oh, where's the other one? And the other one is right here. So look at this, 22, and I paid 30,000 with 368 UPX per month, and I thought that was a great buy. These properties all increase in value once Upland gives you the collections and stuff like that. So automatically, this is gonna go up. I did sell 2 properties right off the bat in Birmingham. Like I said, I bought some cheap, and because I was able to buy them cheap, I was able to mint. No, not there. I was able to no, not there either. Maybe go back here. Yeah, I was able to mint I mean, I was able to sell. So here we go. So 9,000. I was able to sell property like these easily right away. So I made a little bit of money. I probably made 6 or 7,000. I didn't jack them up too high. I jacked this one up a lot, and it hasn't sold. And actually, I'm going to take it off right now because I don't want collections to be coming up this week, and I give away one of my properties. Right? Look at the price on this. 8,000 UPIX. Like that's what you're paying for. There were some that are 2,000. There's some that are 4,000. So like if you're buying FSA property, some of them are really cheap. Not all. It just depends. They were all over. So you can take your time. Like a lot of FSAs in Birmingham got got sold. Here's one for 6,000. I didn't see this one. If I would have bought this, definitely. But look at it, 15, right? And I believe this wasn't an FSA, but it was probably not that bad. Like the prices here are great. I will be coming back at a future date after I build up some structures that I plan to build in. I plan to build and mint some structure. Plan to build structures and mint some properties in LA. Once I start my building, I'll make my way back over here. Hopefully by then it will be probably Spark Week. I can buy some Spark and I can start building on some of these properties that I have over here, guys. To be honest, I believe that London City Release was one of my most successful um, minting, just how everything went. Like it went super fast in London town, in London city. But my way over here, if it was a shorter ride or somehow Upland could have made it 5 minutes, I would have been able to purchase museums, theaters, hospitals, uh anything I wanted, right? Anything I wanted, and it would have been great, but maybe next time. That's fine. I'm happy the way things went. At the end of the day, uh, I'm just waiting right now to see what happens when it comes to the collections. I'm never really excited about collections because I always do poorly in the game in picking my spots and grabbing properties. Like a lot of my properties have names. I made sure I search out those ones first. I hesitated on some, and I thought to myself, oh man, I could have made so much. Like, for example, this was available. This was the area I was in, right? So I was sitting, this is why I got these two. So this one was already minted. This, and this right here, these four properties were all minted, and a lot of the FSAs around. And then this hotel, for some reason, this what is this one? Premium Inn hotel, like people were avoiding it. It was towards like maybe like a good 45 minutes into an hour because I was minting for a good 2 hours straight after the city opened. Like it went so well. You could have taken your time, you could have searched. So I could have gotten this orchestra. That's what I wanted to get, right? I want to get the British media and the art council and maybe get this church plaza right here, right? Like this is where I was going to spend a bulk of my money, and that's one of the reasons why I had ordered all those extra upics so I can jump in on this. But by the time, literally, I had 2 minutes before I got to Birmingham, before these things were sold, and I was still able to get like I believe a really nice gem, but I'm not really gonna disclose. I'm not gonna show that one until I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There it is right here. I'm gonna see what happens when it comes. If it doesn't, I'm still gonna make a lot of upics from that property anyways. So it's not really a big deal, right? And see, here's another one too. This is up for sale. Oh, look at the 500,000 up it. Let's see if you can see inside. Oh, you can. Oh man, that's beautiful. And that was another thing too that I noticed, that is like a lot of the reason why I passed over some of these things. I didn't see this one this one here. But when I was looking, a lot of the street views that I saw, I can't speak for anybody else that I saw, weren't even inside the building. It was all outside. Like I understand how England is set up. Everything's just all buildings, right? There's not really much outdoor, I guess, because of the weather. It rains a lot, and it's always cloudy and overcast or whatever it is. But this is one of the first ones that I can say I've seen that that has an interior view of what's going on. But altogether, I have to give Upland the applaud. England, or I should say London, Birmingham, those went very well. I didn't get all the properties I wanted, which I couldn't afford in London, but I came over here and was able to get a nice handful to push my monthly UPEX income up at least 10,000 UPEX. And it's just lovely. Like now, I just click in the game just to see how much my UPEX have grown. Like it's growing so fast. Like by this amount, so we had the on Thursday, right? The city release on Thursday. So I had closed, I had collected all of my earnings maybe about a good 2 hours before. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today's Monday. So in 4 days, yeah, in 4 days I would have made 14,000, but I still have um Tuesday, Wednesday, and yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday, because it was Thursday at around 12 o'clock that I collected everything. So like 2.5 days still to collect. So I want to see, and I believe it's going to be about 23,000 UPIX by the end of the week, and I'm still going to be minting a lot more properties in LA because there's a lot available there. And there's a lot that I can find that can push my monthly earning up to over or even closer to the 100,000, which is something that I always wanted to get to because I believe that will make or break your ability to do well in this game. Because after a while of playing the game, you don't want to keep pumping in UPIX. You kind of want to be able to use some of your income from the game to do a lot of things. And also, Upland had an MV Motor sale. Like I'm telling you, like if you're not broke after this new city opening, you didn't do a good job, right? Like I pumped in more than I wanted to, so like I still have a little bit extra, but I wouldn't have pumped in anything if or anything more than what I wanted to if I was trying to just mint properties. I would just mint it. I didn't get a chance to buy anything, but I still trying to buy other things in the game. I'm still being active, still looking for deals. I'm trying to load up my account on assets. Eventually, I've been telling you guys, I want to open a meta venture. Still haven't heard back from Upland. I even forgot about all of that, but you know what? I'm gonna start applying for more Meta Ventures, and maybe one of these days Upland will approve one of them that I have. I don't know when that's going to be, but I'm just going to sit and wait. It's kind of unfortunate for me because I'm paying to get these things designed for me, and they're just kind of just sitting there and waiting for Upland to respond. I believe they're overwhelmed with the amount of applications and the fact that they keep coming out with newer and newer things, meta ventures to apply for, is making it even more difficult for them to um, to get some of these meta ventures approved. But other than that, I'm happy how things went in London and Birmingham. If I'm saying it correctly, I'm probably saying it wrong. But anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Everyday Upland, and I'll see you next time. Good night, y'all.